So, good morning, all. In continuation of the research, we are going to ask few more questions on the two stocks that we have selected. So, the question we are going to ask is how does Palantir Inc. make money? It's already out, so let's go. How does Palantir make money? So let's see what the company does to make money. Okay. So could Palantir Technologies help you become a millionaire? Palantir stock soared more than 200% over the past year as investors flocked to it for its artificial intelligence potential. The company's use of AI has helped it attract more and more commercial customers. So it says investors have been looking for potential winners in the high growth area of artificial intelligence, and Palantir Technologies has caught their attention. But this software as a service company isn't a new player. It's actually been around for more than 20 years, helping customers aggregate disparate data across the organizations and harness it to make key decisions. Palantir often has been associated with government contracts, and these clients have driven revenue growth over the years. But times are changing. The commercial customer has emerged as a growing one, and Palantir's focus on AI is giving this trend a significant boost. Palantir clearly is at the start of a new era of growth, but could that drive the stock high enough to help make him, let's find out, making better use of data? Okay. The UK government used Palantir to help it launch coronavirus vaccines and ensure equitable access. And customers have been using Palantir's artificial intelligence platform to predict potential material shortages or to reduce railway network congestion. All of this means Palantir revenue opportunity also is quite broad if it can connect to potential customers and show them how its product could help improve their operations. And this brings me to Palantir's AIP launched last year. The company has come up with a great way to introduce the platform to potential users. It offers AIP boot camps. Okay. Wow. Positive, positive, positive. Now let's look for how does UiPath make money? How does UiPath make money? How does UiPath make money? This web page is taking time to load. Let's go to another one. This one is taking too much time to load. So how does UiPath make money? Business model of UiPath. UiPath is a growth company that specializes in enterprise automation software known as robotic process automation. The UiPath innovative software technology allows programmers to easily build, install, deploy, and manage software as robots. Okay. UiPath make money by providing a software as a service robotic process automation solution for rapid integration, development, and deployment into enterprise systems. It offers enterprise clients a set of automation software with the most advanced features to drive efficiency and speed for their business, as well as fulfill their critical testing requirements for shortening project delivery time and upscaling development. The company earns revenue by selling licenses with four main products, each with its own price model: Hereby Studio license, Orchestrator license, attended robot, unattended robot. So you can see the Palantir has big customers like government, while this one is focusing on companies and individual customers. So now the customer base of Palantir seems stronger and more robust than the customer base of UiPath. But again, the turnover, how many units of the product is being sold per time is what matters. So these two stocks are kind of evenly matched. Okay, so let's see why we should go for one and leave the other. Let's see. UiPath is kind of a growth stock, like a fast growing stock. Okay, it's a fast growing stock, and the volatility of UiPath is higher. But Palantir seems a little stable with low volatility. So, from my opinion and observations, we are going to if you are going to be going for something with a fast growth rate, UiPath is the right candidate. But if we need something at a slow and stable pace, I think Palantir is the right candidate for that. Okay, so let's conclude this research by looking at the revenue of Palantir last year, 2023 revenue. It says Palantir's earnings beat estimates, but stock falls as outlook fails to impress. Palantir Technologies reported better than expected earnings and revenue for the first quarter. However, shares fell in extended trading Monday as the big data analytics software maker's guidance failed to impress amid reports that investors may have been looking for more. Palantir raised its full-year revenue guidance slightly between $2.68 billion and $2.69 billion, up from between 2.65 and 2.67 billion previously. The company's revenue for the first quarter of 2024 was $634.34 million, a 21% increase from the year-ago period and above analyst expectations. Net income of $105.53 million increased 17% from the year-ago quarter. Increase. Okay, let's go for UiPath. UiPath revenue. UiPath annual revenue for 2024 was 1.30 billion. Wow, a 23.57% increase from 2023. UiPath annual revenue for 2020 was $1.059 billion, is 18.64% increase from 2022. Wow. So clearly you can see the fast growing behavior of UiPath. Okay, it's very volatile, it's making revenue. You understand? So UiPath is a very high growth stock that is coming up. Okay. So if you remember in the previous video, it made almost eight something, it went as high as eight something dollars in growth. Okay, so your part is coming up strongly, and a lot of people, investors, are taking chance on it, and that reflects in the share price fluctuating so high. You understand? So it's a high volatile stock, but if you key in on this increase early on, we are going to reap the profits as the stock grows. All right. So I'm looking at your part now. If I want to go to the market now and buy a stock, I'm going to go for this UI part. Because what I'm looking at is the stock that is growing fast. You understand? So you go in, you make your profit, you go out before it crashes again. That is the cycle of the stock market. Okay. There is no sentiment, there is no emotion. attached in stock market. You understand? You see an opportunity, a window of opportunity opens up, you jump in, you take your cut, you jump out. That is just the way it goes. All right. So long as you are not investing long term in the stock, okay, because you don't invest long term in a very volatile stock. You go in, you make your profit, you go out. If you want to invest long term, then you go for more established and more stable stocks. Okay, which is what we are going to talk about later. Because as I told you before, there are two styles of operation in the stock market. It's either you are going in as a trader or an investor. Okay, so as a trader, you don't look for those stable stocks. You look for stocks that are on the rise. You go in, take your cut, you go out. But if you want to invest, then you look for stable stocks, stable companies like Amazon, like Alphabet, like which one you get, Apple, all these established companies. You invest your money in them and then you relax and reap your dividends. So that's just the way it goes. So right now, I think I'm falling in love with UiPath, and if I'm buying a stock right now, I'm going for UiPath. Okay, so let's close this chapter right now and then move to Bamboo app and see what's going on with the latest price of the UiPath stock. Okay. Checking UiPath on Bamboo and see the latest UiPath. So UiPath is currently trading at $19.85, and yes, and it's up. Yesterday it was up yesterday. So let's see. 6th of May. Okay, 6th of May. Okay, I'm just taking us through this. See, this stock is on the rise. It's on the rise. So I think it's a positive sign that we should take a chance on this stock. Okay, we're going to take a chance on this stock. So if you have your Bamboo app, if you have some money, you can. If you have 20,000 naira or 10,000 naira, you can put on this stock right now and watch as it goes up. Okay, so that's it. And if you want to make more research based on the hints and tips that I've given you so far, you can go ahead and make more research on this stock, and then you draw your own conclusions and based on your observations, and then decide whether to go for this stock or not. But I want to tell you that it's a growth stock. It's a fast-growing stock. So the earlier you join the party, the better for your profit. All right. So thanks, guys, for listening.